Hey guys, and welcome back to Danganronpa 2, Goodbye Despair. As always, I'm DemonFire93, and last time we began the class trial and tried to figure out how Nagito may have killed himself, but I don't really know that he did. Seems like he did, but he didn't, but he did, but he didn't. So let's figure out what's going on.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch all that.
Like I said, if you got penetrated by something so big and thick, you would die instantly.
Yeah, I mean, how could your body possibly take something like that?
Say it one more time. I need to record it. For reasons.
Kazuichi, stop.
Hey, bastard, you better cut it out!
Yeah.
Like she said, in that condition, it's very difficult to stab yourself with a spear.
Not if you drape it over the girder.
It'd be hard to use a spear with a knife stab into your right hand, while your left hand is tied up.
You're holding on to the spear
So
end.
you're saying it's impossible?
Not impossible.
But no matter what I think, I can't believe Nagito's death was caused by someone else.
It kind of, I don't know.
I also agree with that.
He did it
to think
himself.
that one of us could kill someone with such cruelty. I could never believe that.
Right.
You say you can't believe it? You just don't want to believe it, right? But that's why you keep getting betrayed over and over again, right? Same goes for this time, too.
But nobody was that cruel to stab him that many times.
Just shut your mouths. It's against the rules to interfere with everyone. If you even think about doing anything, I have a plan of my own.
I mean, unless somebody, like, you know how Mikan was a completely different person when she had her remembering disease? Maybe somebody else remembered something somehow, and then they're like, I'm just as crazy as Mikan was.
Monome's sassing me.
Sure.
But it's just as Monokuma said. We've been betrayed over and over again so far, so...
And we're the only ones that are left. We're all the good-hearted people.
This might also be the same. Calling this a suicide takes too much for granted, and it's too convenient.
Then are you saying there is a killer among us, Kazuichi?
Of course that doesn't include Miss Sonia and me.
Of course not.
As Kazuichi said, it's true we've been constantly betrayed. But even if I'm betrayed again, I still want to believe in everyone.
See?
No
We're the
matter
good
how
ones.
many times I may be betrayed, I still want to believe in everyone.
I also want to believe that there's no killer.
It makes
But
sense for maybe
suicide is
Fuyiko.
unimaginable.
Do you really think so?
No.
But you said it too. It'd be impossible for him to stab himself with a spear in his condition.
Let's get to the contradiction already. Come on.
I did say difficult, but I never said impossible.
It was you, Kazuichi, isn't it?
I feel that there's some way he could have stabbed himself with that spear.
Yes.
What kind of way?
I don't know.
You don't know.
It's impossible to figure out by myself.
Oh my god.
So let's think about it together.
Can I just get the
That's
contradiction
how
already?
we made it this far up till now.
I figured this part out a long time ago.
Everyone working together.
She's right. We've made it through several ordeals up till now by doing that. Then even now...
Alright, let's do this.
Okay, thank you. Probably blood on the left hand, if I had to guess. Because that's how his blood was positioned. On the
How
left
did
hand, not...
Nagito stab himself with a spear?
He was gripping onto the
Let's work
rope
together and think
of the
this
spear.
through. When the spear stabbed Nagito, his right hand was covered by the knife, right?
He was only able to move his left hand.
Which was
But
tied
his
up.
left hand was also tied up.
Then that rules out his left hand.
Nope.
If that's the case, the only other way is...
He used his teeth?
No.
Or maybe he used his front tail.
Stop talking about the goddamn front tail.
I know guys have tails that get hard when they're grabbed.
Please
What
stop.
are you saying?
Please
A
stop.
blushing Miss Sonia is freaking awesome!
Please stop with that. If Nagito committed suicide, then he must have used the spear to stab himself. Even if his arms and legs were tied up, there's no doubt he used some part of his body. The only thing he could have used is his left
How did
hand.
Nagito stab himself with a spear? Let's work together and think this through. When the spear stabbed Nagito, his right hand was covered by the knife, right?
Right.
He was only able to move his left hand.
But his left hand was tied up
But his
too.
left hand was also tied up.
Then that rules out his left hand.
No, it doesn't.
No, that's wrong. Hold on. It's still too early to dismiss the possibility that he used his left hand.
Why? I mean, his left hand was tied up, you know?
Right.
But there was something off about his left hand. The bloodstain on the palm of his hand. Don't you think it looked somewhat strange? He only had blood on the lower area of his palm. Beyond that point, the bloodstain suddenly cuts off, right?
Like he was gripping something.
When the blood splattered,
The spear!
that's as far as it reached, right?
That settles the description of that bloodstain. But it's not the only unnatural bloodstain.
What else
Look,
is it? Oh,
there's
yes.
blood on the back of his hand, around the middle joints of his fingers.
Like you said,
Sure.
it looks like an unnatural blood
Sure.
What's wrong with that?
We might need to think and use our imaginations for a bit.
If you close your fist and then put it face down on the ground, that's how the bloodstain was. Around his fingers and the lower palm of his hand, like he was gripping something in that fist.
If there's blood on his palm and the back of his hand, what was his left hand doing as the blood splattered?
Gripping. What was Nagito's left hand doing while the blood splattered? Gripping.
I see! When the blood splattered, he was probably gripping with his left hand. That's why there's such a strange-looking bloodstain on his palm and the back of his hand.
Was he grabbing his front tail?
Stop it, Akane!
Perish the thought! He was obviously grabbing the spear! Now that you mention it, compared to the rest of his body, the wounds on his left arm are pretty mild.
And also, going back to the unusual bloodstains, there's also the unusual bloodstain on the spear itself.
He probably
The
made
cord
his wounds
of the
mild
spear.
on purpose, so he could keep his strength while he gripped the spear.
But even if he held the spear with his tied-up left hand, it'd be impossible for him to stab himself.
Jesus Christ. That's right, that's the
Hey,
problem.
Chiaki, what do you think? Hey, don't tell me you're getting sleepy.
At times like this, you should always strike from a good angle. Just like fixing an old TV.
What?
Oh, I got it. Maybe.
I love Chiaki.
Really?
She's got it.
Yeah, like I thought. It's no mistake that Nagito was gripping the spear, I think.
Right.
However, what's important is what section of the spear he was gripping.
He was gripping the blade of the spear. Which section of the spear was he holding? The cord.
I see! That's it. Instead of the handle, Nagito must have been holding onto the cord.
Duh.
There was a metal weight at the tip of the cord, but there were bloodstains on that part too.
Right.
Plus, the joint between the weight and the cord had a bloodstain shaped like it was cut off by something.
Like his
Isn't
hand.
the size of that cut-off section about the same size as a human fist?
My God.
Ah, you're right. So this is the part Nagito was gripping, huh?
Yep.
And then the blood that was supposed to end up here
Ended up on his hand.
ended up getting on Nagito's left hand.
You got it.
But why is it so important to know which part of the spear he was gripping?
So you could figure out how he stabbed himself with the goddamn spear, you dumbass.
You're not gonna say he gripped the tip of the cord, swung the spear around, and stabbed himself, right?
Kinda.
That is where the clue to solve this mystery resides. Right, Chiaki? I am sorry. Of course this mystery will not be solved that easily.
Huh. Nagito was gripping the cord extending from the butt of the spear with his left hand. But from there, how would he stab himself in the stomach with the spear?
It seems we are stuck. Shall we have tea time?
No.
At a time like this,
It's time for me to do a logic dive.
how about we stick to the plan to think one step at a time instead of expecting the answers all at once?
Sure. Or TPTOSATIEAAO. Or something like that.
That's a long plan, Nate.
One step at a time. What does that mean?
Logic
Let's
dive.
focus on the spear first. Namely, where it was, and how it was positioned just before it impaled Nagito.
Okay.
How it was positioned.
Nagito was facing up and the spear was stabbed through his stomach. So if it's just before that... That's it, could it be? The state of the spear and the fact that Nagito was holding the tip of the cord attachment. If I put those together and think about it, I should be able to figure out where the spear was and what state it was in before it stabbed Nagito. I swear to God. Go! Oh, you bastards. Oh, God! Damn it. Stop that. Damn game. Question 1. Where was the spear just before it impaled Nagito? Above Nagito. It was under Nagito! Of course it was above Nagito, you dumbass. What the hell are those? Great, now we got these things to attack us. It's just what we need. Oh God. Hey, I just barely skipped those. Alright, besides the spear, what else was above Nagito? A ceiling girder. Nice try. Not gonna give me that easily. Oh God. They nearly got me that easily. Oh God. Slalom. Next question, please. What item connects both the spear and the ceiling girder? The spear's cord. Good doy. Ta-da! We did it!
It's all coming together!
Sling the spear over the girder.
The spear impaled Nagito as he was laying face up. It must have been perpendicular to him just before that.
Yes.
Perpendicular. In the middle of the air?
Yes.
If Nagito did that all by himself, did he have some sort of ESP?
Oh my God.
That'd be awesome, but he probably used the ceiling girder directly above him.
Nagito probably slung the cord over the ceiling girder and using that as a support.
We
He
finally
hoisted
figured
the
it
spear
out.
directly above him. And if Nagito let go of the cord, the spear would have fallen and impaled him while he was laying face up.
You got it, and the blood got on the girder.
I noticed a slight red streak on the ceiling girder. It probably got smeared there during the setup.
Yep, look at all that.
The blood on the cord probably rubbed off on the ceiling girder as the spear was falling.
Uh-huh.
So, how about it? Using this method, Nagito could have impaled himself with the spear.
You got it.
Are you serious? He really committed suicide? Like that?
I don't think so.
He probably chose that spear so he could commit suicide like that. If someone else did this, there's no reason they'd go to all this trouble just to kill someone with a spear.
No, but he's the ultimate lucky student. Things always go his way. What else was he trying to accomplish?
I agree. When I was investigating this case, I kept thinking over and over how strange it was. Why did the killer use the knife and the spear so differently?
So you're saying he needed to use that spear to pull off his trick?
True, but he also needed other things.
This is for real? He really committed suicide? Every single wound on his body. That was all him?
Yes. 100%.
Not just that, he did all that while he was gripping the spear?
Yes.
That spear should not have stabbed Nagito until the very end.
Man, so he started with the stab wounds with the arm? Why would he do that? That just makes his arm weaker. I would have started with the legs had I been Nagito.
Which means Nagito wounded himself while he was gripping that spear, right?
Yep.
Did he put the duct tape on his mouth too?
Yep.
He probably covered his own mouth so we wouldn't hear him screaming in pain.
Yeah.
Did he need to go that far? That's beyond crazy. Why would he do that to himself?
Because he's an insane bastard.
He was probably trying to get us to make a mistake.
No.
By committing a suicide that looked like a murder, he was trying to steer us toward the wrong answer.
No.
His goal was to get us all executed.
And that's why he stabbed himself over and over again?
Did he want us to die that bad?
That's messed up. It's seriously so messed up.
Yeah, that's our Nagito.
That's our Nagito. Da-da-da-da-da die. Oh, sorry. I completely underestimated his capacity for malice. A mind-boggling malice that threatens us even after he's died. That's the form his malice took. I'd forgotten all about it until now. If he was here now, he'd probably be sneering at me.
However, there is one thing I still do not understand. He said he would reveal the traitor, right?
Ding, 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 you got it.
Whatever became of that?
Well, his ultimate luck.
He was probably planning to kill the traitor along with the rest of us.
Yes, and how do you think he planned to do that?
So why did he not just do that in the first place?
He kind of did.
If he had no qualms with killing everyone,
not certain
he did not have to
how.
cause a bomb scare to reveal the traitor.
But this is not a
I
suicide.
bet the bomb scare was part of the strategy behind this trick. He made us split up and search for a bomb so none of us would have an alibi. He created a scenario where any of us could have killed him.
Right.
He tried to make us doubt each other and tried to hide the truth behind his suicide.
Did he cause a bomb scare for that reason alone?
He's a fucking bastard who killed himself for his delusions of grandeur. It's not that unthinkable.
You are right, I suppose.
Yeah, it appears we've come to a conclusion.
Did we?
Bastard Nagito committed suicide. It was all done by him so we'd be executed.
That should be okay, right? Right?
None of you sound very confident.
You're not satisfied yet?
There are some reasons for that.
No, I agree that Nagito killed himself, but I feel like there's something that doesn't make sense.
What doesn't make sense?
It's probably just my imagination.
No. Why? I mean, I sort of understand what she's talking about. I don't think it's a mistake to assume that Nagito committed suicide, but why do I feel so uneasy about it? Is it because we don't know who the traitor is,
So what
or...
are you gonna do? Is it okay to proceed with the voting time?
No.
What do you think, Akane?
Well, there's no doubt Nagito's death was a suicide. Oh well, I guess my gut is wrong sometimes.
No, that's wrong!
You are right.
Your gut is never wrong.
It is not as though we can draw any other conclusion.
Then it's okay to end it here, huh?
No.
That means we're done with this last class trial and we can leave this island, right?
Wow, in only 2 episodes? That's crazy.
It's okay to reach such a happy ending, right?
No.
Then it's okay? It's okay to say, you've decided on the killer? Understood. Then voting time.
No, hold on a sec.
Heh.
Hold on. Why?
Because...
Sorry, just a little more. I want you guys to wait just a little more.
Thank you.
I can't help but feel like there's still something we overlooked.
You goddamn right.
Like who the traitor is?
No.
But the issue here is who killed Nagito, right? Even if we identify the traitor, the conclusion won't change.
That's true, but
The mystery isn't just about who the traitor is.
Huh?
No matter how you look at it, Nagito's death is a suicide. But I'm a little worried, you know? I'm worried about starting the voting time while there's still a mystery.
And that mystery is...
Hey, what do you mean it's not about who the traitor is? What kind of mystery is left?
There's just one thing that doesn't make sense, and it relates to Nagito's death.
And it is...
Plus, it's something even Nagito couldn't influence. He couldn't even tamper with the evidence for it.
I'm not sure what we're talking about right now. Something related to Nagito's death, and it's something that even he couldn't have messed with?
You're gonna keep going? From here I thought we were finally finished.
Something related to Nagito's death, a piece of evidence that he couldn't mess with. The Monokuma file?
I see!
Is it about the Monokuma file?
Yeah, that's it.
Huh? There was something suspicious in the Monokuma file?
Victim is Nagito Komaeda. The body was discovered inside the warehouse near the Monokuma plushie factory. The estimated time of death is to be noon sharp. Not only is there a spear stabbed in his stomach, but there are also multiple stab wounds on each of his thighs. Furthermore, there is a laceration on his left arm and a knife impaled through his right hand. Have you figured out what I'm talking about here? With why I picked Monokuma file and why that Monokuma file is right? The suspicious part of the Monokuma file that Chiaki is worried about is... What is it? What's hidden in the Monokuma file? We're gonna do another improved Hangman's Gambit. We'll let you guys figure this one out while I work it out here. I mean, I already know what it is, but... Good God! So many letters going across right now! Chill the fuck out! I wasn't done yet. Can I get a no? Can I get a no? Can I get a no? Can I get a oh? Can I get an F? E. Can I get an A, please? Yeah, stop caring about all the other letters that are just going around because it's just ridiculous. Just need an H. Yeah, fuck off all the other letters, I don't care. Cause of death was not in the Monokuma file.
In this particular case's Monokuma file, there's no specific cause of death.
Not only is there a spear stabbed in his stomach, there are also multiple wounds on each of his thighs. Furthermore, there is a laceration on his left arm and a knife impaled through his right hand. But there's nothing about the cause of death.
Isn't that weird? Until now, the files always specified the cause of death.
So the thing that we have to worry about is what is the cause of death this time.
But the cause of death is obvious, is it not?
You'd think it's the spear, but that would be stated. Every
The spear in
single
Nagito's
trial.
stomach. It is obvious just by looking at it that it was a cause of death.
It is always whatever is not in the Monokuma file that is the linchpin of what the mystery is of the class trial. Oh, well, they didn't tell what time that they died at because the fact that the death happened a lot earlier than we thought. And that was the hidden part of the trial that we had to try and figure out the mystery of. This one is what the actual cause of death is.
Maybe it's not included if it's not important enough to write about.
Well, Monokuma,
I plead the fifth!
You mean the fifth?
There he goes again! I'm so appalled that I have nothing to say.
But even during Gundam's case, and before during Mikan's case, the thing he purposely omitted from the Monokuma file was always the most important mystery in the case.
Exactly.
Are you saying that applies this time too?
Probably.
Hold on a sec. Then, are you saying there's more to Nagito's death?
Wouldn't you?
Are you suggesting, again, that his death wasn't a suicide?
Because it wasn't. Because it's also always Nagito's.
You guys were the
ultimate
ones
lucky
who said it was
talent.
a suicide in the first place.
No, I don't think it's a mistake to call Nagito's death a suicide, but it's not just a suicide.
It's a suicide with a murderer. It's an assisted suicide.
Come to think of it, did Nagito really commit suicide just to get us all killed?
are you sticking up for him?
How would him committing suicide get us all killed?
That's not what I meant. I mean it in a bad sense.
Bad sense?
I just remembered that his malice always defied our expectations. And that concerns me.
Sure.
For example, would that malice just end here? Did Nagito's malice drive him to risk his life for a truth we'd reach this easily?
No.
I mean, this is Nagito we're talking about, you know?
He's always trying to confuse us in the trials.
How interesting! You sure do believe in Nagito, huh?
I believe that Nagito likes to fuck with us.
Because you believe in his malice, you continue to suspect his malice. I see. I guess that's what passes for friendship these days.
What friendship?
We weren't friends with Nagito.
What should we do, you guys? Should we proceed with the vote?
No.
I think we should keep going until everyone is satisfied. Even if it's just to be safe.
Right?
You are right. We only get one chance to vote after all.
Just to be safe, huh?
Yep.
Guess I have no choice. If that's the case, I'll do my best to go along with it.
What's our next rebuttal? Our next
This is friggin' annoying.
argument?
But if you guys say you're doing it, there's no way I'm gonna back out.
Hey, Monokuma! You heard us. The voting's gonna have to wait!
That's fine. It was pretty early on in the episode anyways.
We've come this far.
You know, in the
Let's
trial.
work hard till the very end. If we work together, everything should be alright. That's what I believe.
Every little thing is gonna be alright.
Oh, splendid. You guys are so splendid right now.
Uh-huh.
That's right. If all your hopes are united, no despair can shake you.
I still don't understand why Monami is not tied up in this trial. If all your hopes are united, no despair can shake you, huh? Now that I think about it, Nagito said the same thing. The absolute hope that can overcome any despair. He said he was yearning for that. Then this situation we're in might be the thing that Nagito wanted all along. No, never mind. I'm probably overthinking. And with that, we reach our intermission.
No.
Man, my heart was racing like crazy when I thought the voting time was gonna start, but... Well, if you think about it rationally, there's no way it was gonna happen. We haven't even done this bit yet. Most of the players probably figured that out too. You're the only one who didn't know. Isn't that right, Monami? Hey, how much longer are you planning to sulk? Let's get along like we always do. Alright, you passed! Friendship is measured by how long you can stand the silence when you're all alone with someone else. So, Monami and I are the bestest of best friends! Don't say such stupid things! I hate you so much right now! Enough! Why do I have to be hated that much? Besides the fact that you snap at me like that, I don't trust you at all! Not even a teeny tiny 1 millimeter bit! How sad! She's still using the metric system. Disturbing your friend is much more shameful than being betrayed by that friend, you know. We aren't even friends in the first place! Then as your older brother, let me say this. You're not even my brother! It's sad to live a life without friendship. That's even sadder than watching a high school rom-com full of guys. Well, there may be some demands for that. Well, I fell for it. I totally took the man bait. Yes, I'd like to save. Resume.
I'm Monami. By now, there's nothing more for me to say.
Good, so let's just skip on and move to the next part.
Anyway, my chest is full of pride right now.
She's not stopping. She's still saying things.
Everyone is united against despair. They're totally awesome.
I hate you.
That's why I'm gonna fight too.
Good for you.
I will fight the only way I can. I'm gonna show that guy my fearsome retaliation. Good job. That's basically it.
Okay. Thanks, bye.
So if we're working together, where do we start? With the cause of death missing from the Monokuma file?
Maybe.
Why don't we try removing all our preconceived notions before we discuss this?
Okay, well, we're gonna do that, and I think that is gonna take me a little bit of time here. So we're gonna end the episode and allow me to remove all my preconceived notions so that we can come in next episode with no notions. So, hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you guys next time.